it, guys. We got it tied down and we got it secure. Look at this. First time hauling this. Let's get it, yo. Let's get it. Let me go ahead and get my WD-40 because we gonna need that. We gonna need that. Yup. Let's go ahead and get these bad boys to where they gotta go. We got 3 stops. Let's get it. Here, as you can see, I gotta back up where that guy is in the mirror. So whenever he moves, I gotta get right there, and we're gonna unload the first one, and then I'll unload the next 2 Mondays. So yeah, today Friday, gotta wait until Monday to deliver the other 2 because I can't make it all the way out there within the time period of the last receiver closing. So yeah, we might as well just start Monday, man. It's a learning process still. It's so what really messed me up is yesterday when I was supposed to get loaded, I pulled up at 3 o'clock. It was how I got the load, what time I got the load, and yeah, bro, I pulled up at 3 o'clock. They closed at 3 o'clock, but the only thing is they had inventory. So inventory kind of messed me up because the guy said normally time they still load you, but today they got to do inventory because it's at the end of the month. That's what I'm dealing with, man. That's what I'm dealing with. So it is what it is, man. It's a learning experience still out here on this road. You learn stuff, you learn new things every day. So let's get it. I don't know how much y'all can see of this because it is nighttime, but yeah, we got our load. It's early in the morning. We're about to head out. Yo. About to go take this where it's got to go. Do my pre-trip, and yeah, it's getting kind of darker way back here, but I checked everything, make sure the chains are all tight. They're tight, really tight. And we ready to go. I also installed these lights the other night, both of those lights, so we can have light back here. But yeah, let's go ahead and get down the road. There go my wife. Yo, good morning. Good morning to everybody, man. I know I showed you guys the load earlier as I was about to get on the road, the highway. but I never said good morning. So I just stopped at a Pilot to go get some diesel. And I didn't fill her up because, for one, this is still finishing off my week from last week, this load right here. So the next load that we get, that would be my fill up for this week. And I'll probably have to fill up again, like sometimes Wednesday, you know, depending on how much I drive, where we go, mountains, you know, stuff like that. That ties into all of that. But yeah, also I want to touch bases on the truck that I have, right? I want to tell you guys why I didn't really, you know, record a video when I was getting my truck. So that week in Birmingham, you know, when I got there, I had a load on me. You know, that morning I stayed the night there. That morning, matter of fact, I didn't stay the night there. I drove all the way there from a spot that I stayed the night at. If I'm not mistaken, it was like a rest area, or it was a Pilot. It was one of those, one of the two. I got to Birmingham, and immediately as soon as I got there, I parked the truck and I walked to the Blair office in Birmingham, Alabama. That's the sister company of P&S as well. So when I got in there, I talked to a guy named Ethan, and Ethan told me that, hey, since you got a load, I can't even show you anything. Man, I'm not gonna lie to you. They had a couple of trucks out there that I wanted to look at as well. They had two ELS trucks, and they're burgundy Freightliners. One got like that little APU system on it for the air conditioner. You know, stuff like that, like bull bar on the front of the hood and stuff like that. I wanted to try, I wanted to see, was one of those trucks like, can you go LP in one of those trucks? Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to because I had that load. That load was supposed to be delivered at 1 o'clock. Keep in mind, it was like 8:30, 9 o'clock when I got to Birmingham. So I had more than plenty of time to actually find a truck, even to tell them, hey, that's the truck that I wanted. I could have told them that, went to go deliver my load, and came back and all the paperwork was ready for me to sign. But he said it's a company policy that they can't show me any trucks since I got a load. So I got back in the truck and I went down to try to deliver my load. I say try because it's still early in the morning and my appointment time was at 1. Yeah, sure enough, when I got there, signed in, parked the truck, waited. It was after 1 p.m. before I could even start trying to get unloaded. Which sucks, man, because once I got back to, you know, Birmingham, the Blair office, the people from the class had already picked the trucks. So the trucks that they showed me after that was trucks like people just didn't want, right? So I skipped over those trucks. I told them, hey, we'll try again tomorrow, because every day they get new trucks in. Somebody bring a truck in, somebody bring a couple of trucks in. So I'm guessing to myself, like, I already see the trucks that I wanted, they already getting taken. Somebody already picked them. So I'm already kind of frustrated because of that. I was like, man, there's no way, bro. I could have just told them I want that truck and I would have been ready, paperwork after I came back and da-da-da, you know. Yeah, it didn't work like that. So next day come by, I go into the Blair office again. I asked them, hey, what you guys got in for the day? Dude told me they got a 21 Freightliner, you know. So I went to go check out the Freightliner. it was like the white Freightliner that I already had, so I was pretty, used to it. Except for the one that I was in was a 2024, and this one was a 2021 that I was actually going to go look at. Everything started up, the wheels, the tires, whatever, they were good. There was no leaks, no nothing. Started it up. I looked at the engine, I opened the engine, I looked at the engine, went over everything. I started her up and I got down the road to like test drive it. Test drive, we came back, everything was good. As soon as I got out of the truck of that 21, boom, truck turns off. I'm like, okay, that must be the automatic feature that the truck gonna turn off. All right, so I try to go crank it again. Tell me why there was like 10 codes popped up, bro. There was like engine shut down, code. There was like so many codes. I took pictures of them, but maybe I can put them up on the screen for you. But anyways, I know the thing is, I know that they're gonna get that fixed, right? But I wanted to pick a truck. I didn't have time to wait. I was wasting time and money sitting there not having a truck. So after that happened, the guy Tyler, asked me, hey, do you want to check out these internationals? They're high roof, but do you want to check them out? I said, you know what? I don't mind, because I remember my DM told me, if you see a high roof, kind of lean towards it, because those are the trucks that were like really well taken care of, right? So I get in the first one. The first one got about like 280,000 miles on it. I look around inside of it. I mean, it's an international, man. It's an international. The only thing that I didn't like of the first international that I seen, it didn't have a spot where I could put my fridge. It had like a shelf right there or something, And I was like, nah, I don't want that, because I need a spot to put my fridge. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to check out the other international. That's the international I am in right now. I seen that this international didn't have that shelf, and it had a spot where I could put my fridge. I started it up. It had 260,000 miles on it, and I was like, bro, and it's a 22. I wanted to go to the latest model that they will give you with the lowest miles, and that fell under the category, that I was looking at. Even though I did not want the A26 engine. I heard a lot of bad things about it and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, I still went with this truck because I felt like, well, it still got the warranty on it, and low mileage is a 22, and it's not that bad looking. I've driven it up and down the road, test drove it. I went over the tires. I went under the truck to see if it was leaking. I looked at the belt. I looked at the fluids. I looked at the engine. Everything was okay. The only thing that was not okay, the person that had this truck before it went to the LP side, when it was company side, they left a ton of food in here, and there was ants everywhere. Ants everywhere, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. Dog hair everywhere. So instead of wasting time telling them to come get the truck to clean it out, because they supposed to clean out the truck and everything before you get into it, instead of that happening, I just went ahead and told them, hey, I'll clean the truck out myself. I'm not a lazy person. If I can get something done, I'm gonna get it done, and that's just gonna be it, right? They paid me to clean it out and stuff like that, so I cleaned it out the best that I can clean it at Birmingham Yard. After, I had to take everything from the other truck, all of my stuff from the other truck, and put it into this truck. Man, that was the longest process ever. I was tired. I've been up since 7 o'clock that morning, and I was so tired, bro. I had chains, ratchet binders, dunnage. I had coil racks. I had the whole 9 yards to put onto the other truck. I did all of that and still had an 8.5 drive to get home because they didn't give me a load. They didn't have a load because it was so late in the day whenever I got my truck that there was no load. So, you know what? I said, since I'm LP, I'm going all the way home. I ain't care how much gas it took or diesel. I just know that I wanted to go home. And that's what I did. I woke up at 7 a.m. that morning. All of that, went through all of that. And it was about like 7 o'clock when I left, 7 p.m. when I left. And I had an 8-hour drive. I don't know if it was exactly 7 or something like that. But when I got home, it was 7:30 the next morning. I stayed up for a whole 24 hours, bro. Thing is, I was tired. Man, I hit the bed, I went to sleep straight immediately, and I got home Saturday. So, that was the whole thing of getting a truck. I didn't really feel like going through the whole process of waving the camera around, walking around, because at the same time, I was kind of upset because I didn't get the truck that I really, really wanted at first. Not that I mind of having this this International. I don't mind. But the thing is, I wanted that JLE truck. There was 2 of them, and I wanted one of those. But it is what it is, man. You know, everything happened for a reason. I really believe in that, and I feel like this is the truck that I'm supposed to be in right here. It's a high roof, like I said. It got a double bunk, and I wanted something like this because I wanted my dad to ride with me at one point. You know, of course, I'm not going to allow him to go to the top bunk because he's older, and I'll just let him crash at the bottom bunk whenever we do, you know, do that whole little journey. But yeah, I wanted to go over all of that because I didn't tell you guys the full details in the last video. So now I'm telling you the full details in this video. Man, I know it's a lot to talk about. It was a lot, bro. I was very, I was depressed at one moment. I was mad at one moment. I was kind of sad at one moment. I was like, bro, god dang, man. All they had to do was really let me just look at the truck, and I could have told them that I wanted that truck, and they could have got the paperwork done. And when I came back from that load, it would have been okay. But like I said, man, everything happened for a reason. I was meant to be in this blue International with the double bump because the other one wasn't a double bump. And yeah, bro. So that's how everything happened, and that's how everything worked. Alright, so we finally got the 275 off of there. We're rolling it down. We finally made it out here. We got one more drop to do. And that is about like an hour and 41 minutes away. So that's where we're gonna be going. We got our, they got the trailer chain back there right quick. So when he unchained that, I'm free to go. And we can get back on the road. All right, let's get it. Whenever I get back on you know, the I-95, I hit y'all back up. Well, I'm over here on the 295 side, like Richmond. So yeah, let's get it, guys. We out. All right, guys, we got everything unchained. I'm just waiting for them to come and take this bad boy off of the trailer. As y'all see. Then they'll be back here to take this bad boy off of this ramp right here. Let me show you where you gotta back up all the way over here. This ramp right here, they gotta back it on down off that ramp onto that. I'm pretty sure that thing will actually do that. I mean, I think I did pop the trailer brakes. I'm pretty sure I did. Sometimes I don't because I just pop the tractor brakes. Hey, but look at the rims, yo. I put these on the other day. Check out the front one. Yeah, I put those on the other day. Let me see if my trailer brake is popped. Pretty sure it is. Yep. So we good. We just waiting for them to come and unload it off of here. All right. Okay, then I appreciate it. No problem. But yeah, I mean, if I could have got this load the day that I was supposed to get it and actually deliver it the day I was supposed to deliver it instead of taking it home for the week, I think this load would have been well worth it. It's a 3-stop load, you know, drop. I think it would have been worth it, but since we had to take it home, I don't think it's worth it. But hey, we still got the money for it. Let's get it.